Greetings to everyone. It is pleasure to be part of this wonderful meeting of 521 advanced meeting. Topic: the advantage of being alone, by wonderful speaker Dr. ANDREA Anderson. Before we could start the meeting, I request our coach, who's been a wonderful person. She's a teacher in Andhra Pradesh, to introduce our speaker.
Good evening, Andrea ma'am. Andrea ma'am, I have seen you from last 2 years, and it's very honor to be here, and for your commitment also for sharEverian from last 2 years when you joined. So thank you, ma'am. And this is a good opportunity to introduce you, ma'am. And so to sharEverian, I'm telling about Andrea ma'am. She is the native of Wisconsin and the CEO of Chai Strategic Coaching Academy. She is an area director for 4 Toastmaster clubs, Maxwell Leadership Coach, and whatnot, a speaker and trainer, and a faculty member of Self-Talk Institute. And Andrea Madam is a case manager for True Love Senior Services, which provides services and assistance for elderly and disabled individuals. This is a great thing, ma'am. And she is an adjunct professor at some colleges, that is a Tulsa Community College, Connors State College, and Tulsa Technology Center, and where she teaches leadership, humanity, and religion. This is a great service what madam is giving to us for sharEverian also. And Andrea is affiliated with the sharEverian Global Foundation, sharEverian America, as a mentor, friend, and encourager. And the most important thing what we have to learn about Andrea madam is, Andrea is calling in life is to serve God with love and passion, my fellow human beings, with love and compassion. This is her life motto, like that. And from last 2 years also, she is serving like that with her humanity and love for sharEverian Global. Andrea madam is one of the pillar to start America sharEverian platform. So thank you, ma'am. This is from my side on behalf of sharEverian platform, ma'am. Thank you so much, and welcome to the speech.
I'm so glad to be with sharEverian Global Foundation because it's such a warm, welcoming place. This is a safe place. So thank you so much. I'm going to talk about the advantage of being alone. ALONE. You see, Andrea, we don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. By the time we finish today, and this is going to be a part 1 and probably part 3, because I don't want to rush. I want us to all get the concept of what the advantage of being alone is. Listen to this. Have you ever wondered why successful people often spend time alone? Why do they seek solitude or find inspiration in isolation? Successful people, which we all are, or we wouldn't be here, do very specific things in private while nobody is watching in order to what? In order to succeed in public. So there are things that you do in private in order to succeed in public while everybody is watching. The average person does not spend time alone, but the average successful person does. So if you want to get a favorable or superior position in life, find a sign. We have signs in America. I need to find that sign that says, please do not disturb. Hang it on your door and start doing what successful people do alone. And in order to also to do that, get a journal so you can reflect. Now, it's not what we automatically occasionally do that shapes our lives, is what we do routinely. You've heard the saying, Rome was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. So it's a constant building, constant building, constant building, constant building. And that's what's going to happen. It's not doing 10 hours of exercise in the gym every single day. It's doing 20 minutes. It's not reading a whole book at one time. It's just every single day spending 20 minutes reading a book. It's not doing a spritz, cleaning your house 14 hours a day. It's doing it 20 minutes daily. Do everything daily, daily, daily. Master your minutes in private, and you'll master your life in public. Work hard in silence. Let what make the noise? Let success make the noise. People are rewarded in public for what they do in private. You know what? If you've noticed, a lot of people don't want to spend time in private. They don't want to spend time alone by themselves because there's so many thoughts are just coming to them. They're just hitting them in the face. They don't want that. And many people fear being alone. Why do they fear being alone? Because they're forced to reckon what's going in their minds. They're forced to come to focus what's coming on in their minds. Robin Sharma, and I haven't read this book yet, but this is one of the books he's written. He's written several of them, called The 5 a.m. Club. And he says, most people have all this pain and self-hatred deep within them. And because they've never processed through that pain, they need to structure their lives, always doing busy things. Okay, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Let me keep moving. Always doing busy things. They are scared of being alone because when you're alone, you not only start thinking, you start feeling. And that is hard and uncomfortable. But my friends, that is where you grow. So that's a great quote by Robin Sharma. So when you're alone, what's going to happen? You're going to find strength in solitude. Your ideals are going to will come in isolation. You're going to get some great ideas. Your purpose will be discovered in privacy. And you know what? All it takes is a 20-minute timer. If you have a phone, oh my kitty cat, you can pick a 20-minute timer and yourself alone. So your strength will be found in solitude. Your ideals will come in isolation. Your purpose will be discovered in privacy. And all it takes is a 20-minute timer and you. So we're going to break this up. In fact, as I said, there are 10 categories, but we're going to try to go, I don't know whether we're going to even do 5, because I want us to really get the foundation. So hopefully I'll be invited back to finish at least a couple more times to finish this up. So the first thing we're going to do, those of you who are taking notes, is listen up. 2, clean up. 3, wake up. 4, grow up. 5, look up. 6, line up. 7, speak up. 8, cheer up. 9, step up. And 10, get up. So we're going to try to do we're going to do 5, minimum of 5 to the maximum of 5 today, if we get that far. First one, as we said, is what? Listen up. If you look at that word, you're also going to see the word silent, silent. So listen and being silent. Why successful people spend time alone. Why do they seek solitude and find inspiration in being alone? Successful people do very specific things in private when nobody's watching. Why? In order to succeed with everybody watching. So they do, I said that earlier, they do specific things in private when nobody's watching in order to succeed in public while everyone is watching. What does the word mean, advantage? You know what? We all like the word, we all like advantages. Advantage means a condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position. Advantage means a condition or circumstances that puts one in a favorable or superior position. The average person does not spend time alone. The average successful person, we said earlier, does. Again, let's go ahead and find a do not disturb sign, hang it on our door so we can figure out and start doing what successful people do. When we're by ourselves, what are we going to do? We're going to reflect. We're going to journal. We're going to gain insight. And it's not, again, what we do all during the day, 10 hours a day, 15 hours a day. It's what we do every 20 minutes. Again, master your minutes in private and you will master your life in public. As we said earlier, Robin Sharma says, make time to be alone. Your best ideas are going to come when you're what? When you're in solitude. Getting away from the distractions. And how many of you know there's so many distractions? And just listening will be the most challenging and rewarding thing that you've ever done to discover your purpose. So we have to make time to think. Make time to think. And another word for think is what? Is to meditate. The word meditate is found 18 times in even the Bible. So it simply means to think. Think. Jim Rohn, he really said, you have to what? You have to journal. How many journal? Just writing down your notes. Listen to this. He says, if you are serious about becoming a wealthy, powerful, sophisticated, healthy, influential, cultured, and unique individual, keep a journal. Why? You can't trust your memory. When you hear something valuable, just write it down. Think it, and then ink it. The most 5 reasons why should you keep a journal. Number 1, you're going to record your ideas. Again, I'm not going to go into details with this, but simply what? Record your ideas. 2, identify your thoughts. When you record your ideas, you're going to identify your thoughts. 3, find clarity. Find out what should I be doing in this? So find clarity. 4, when you keep a journal, what do? You're planning your future. We've all heard the saying, if you fail to plan, you just really are planning to fail. So 4, plan your future. Now, this is one of the most painful things for me. It's painful because when I was studying this, I'm like, ooh. Maybe you've heard the phrase and it makes you say, ooh, ouch, that hurts, because you know it's right. So we said, what was the first thing that we said? Listen up. The next thing we're going to do is clean up. Research has said there is a direct link between organization and success. We have to clean up the clutter in our lives. And becoming a person of excellence, which if we're members of sharEvry Global Foundation, sharEvry Global America, and all the other entities that sharEvry is involved in, we will become a person of excellence. So when you clean up, you become a person of excellence. And that's a requirement in private for promotion in public. Remember, we're doing all these things in private. Why? So we can be promoted in public. John Maxwell has a saying, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. In the American military, there's a saying, in fact, that one of the toughest branches of the military is called the SEALs. They have a saying, if you want to change the world, start off by what? Making your bed. Ew. Excellence is simply doing ordinary, everyday, mundane tasks behind the scenes in an extraordinary way. You have to focus and just focus on one room. Can't go, okay, let me go to the kitchen. Let me do the living room. Let me do this. No, you focus on one room alone until it's finished with what? Excellence. When you're trusted with very little, guess what? You're going to be able to be trusted with very much. So our personal standard of excellence is all about preparation for something great. What's next in your life is always connected to what's now in your life. So your standard of excellence can be paved the way to be you promoted when you seem to be the least likely. Why would they choose them? It's because of the way they do things. Why are they going to choose you? Because of the way you do things, and you do things with excellence. Excellence puts you on the pathway for what? For success. Getting organized. When people write their New Year's resolution, they always say, well, I need to get organized. But listen to the stat. 84% of people say that any given time, their house is a mess. But there are practical ways and you can become organized. And you know what? There are benefits in becoming organized. Let's look at the benefits. You say, Andrea, okay, skip on. No, we're going to look at the benefits to being organized. Number one, you'll save money. You'll say, wait a minute, I don't need this book. I already have this book. A couple of times I've bought books. I've purchased books I already had, but I didn't have them in the right place. So I didn't know I had the book. So number one, you'll save money. Two, you can find things. I spent 10 minutes the other day looking for my keys. Instead of putting them in a place where I know I should put them in, I had them someplace. I wasted 10 minutes of my life looking for keys. Now, I keep my keys in my purse. So put things organized. You can find things. 3, you'll save time. Again, I wasted time looking for something. So number 1, you'll save money. 2, you can find things. 3, you'll save time. And 4, you could be creative. I wish I could show you my desk. My desk is very, very organized. I've got my schoolwork here. I've got my affirmations here. I've got things like my stapler here, tape here, my stand for my iPhone here, another computer here. You have to be organized. Now I can be creative. And then 5, your life will become less stress. Look, can't find the keys, can't find this, can't find that. That stresses you out. You'll become less stressed when you find things. Listen to this. 63% of surveyed Americans say that being organized help reduce their stress levels. 6, you'll sleep better. You're just going to sleep better. Since we spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping, we need to be organized. 7, you'll have more time and energy to go after your dreams and goals if you're organized. 8, you're going to be a great example to your family. 9, you'll build better relationships. And 10, you're going to have more confidence. Knowing that I know where my school books are or my other computer is, I have more confidence I can do it. When you organize your home to your personal standards, you'll feel more competent, in control, and empowered. So getting your home in shape will improve your self-esteem and your self-image. The organization of your surroundings reflects the organization of your life. Clutter. Having things cluttered all around you will block your success. When there's clutter in your home, there will be a degree of clutter in yourself. So being comfortable and being and having clutter, they don't go hand in hand. So how do you do this? You say, well, Andrea, okay, that's well and good, but how do I do that? Number 1, write the vision. Before you get started cleaning, before you get started organizing, write the plan. Take a walk through your home and write down the general vision for every plan. Okay, I need this here. I need that there. Focus on one room and then write a list of everything that you want done in that room. It's as simple as that. And set the clock for what? Set the clock for, let's see, just 20 minutes. Every day of your life is merely preparation for the next. What you become is the result of what you do daily. So remember that. Get a timer and just start cleaning, just start organizing. You got this. Number 3, wake up. Now, we said earlier by Sharma called the 5 a.m. Club, own your morning, elevate your life. So number 1, when you get up in the morning, regardless of your religion, for me, it's prayer. Some people pray and meditate. So pray and meditate. So that would help you to get up in the morning to focus your day. Next, read. Read a lot. If you just read one chapter or just maybe a couple pages a day, just start that off. Being consistent. Read. 3, listen to audio teachings. Go back to sharEverian, go back to YouTube and listen to when Coach Jagadish taught us what he taught us. Listen to what the other coaches taught us. Listen to Professor Sandra's teachings. Listen, just constantly listen. Listen to audio teaching in the morning. Next, again, write down your dreams and goals, my friends. I can't say that enough. Write down your dreams and goals. Next, is this my favorite? No. Exercise. And a 1, 2, and a 3. Exercise. So that's what successful people do when they first wake up. And that sets the trajectory for their day. I've had a bad problem with this until I learned to do this. I never met a calendar I didn't like. I'm a calendar junkie. Every time I see a calendar, I buy a calendar. No, my friends. You don't have to do that. Use one planner or calendar. 2, write everything down. Write everything down. 3, practice the Sunday night strategy. And that's simply writing your goals, writing what you plan to do for the whole week. Next, 4, again, plan each day. In addition to the Sunday night strategy, plan each day the night before. So never go to bed without mapping the next day. Then number 5, again, time yourself. Well, how long is this task going to take? You got recognized for your success. As I said earlier, I'm back in school getting a master's degree in English. You guys made me do that, because I want to be able to keep up with sharEverian Global Foundation with the excellent way that everyone speaks English. So I'm going to be calling you for help. Help. How do you say this word? So Maxwell said, the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. You did not become a success the day you got your diploma. You got recognized for your success. So by God's will, I'll be recognized for my success next year. But that's not the day I became a success. The day I became a success was the day I decided to return to school. What do you want to be tomorrow? You've got to do today, my friend. It doesn't matter what profession a person pursues. Thinking precedes achievement. The greater your thinking, the greater your potential. It doesn't matter what profession or a person pursues. Thinking precedes achievement. The greater your thinking, the greater your potential. So that's under, what are you going to do? That's under grow up. If you do not adapt the mindset that you can never learn enough, sooner or later, whatever you have learned won't be enough. If you don't adopt the mindset that you can never learn enough, how many of you know you can never learn enough? The sooner or later, whatever you have learned won't be enough. You're constantly learning. In America, I don't know whether they have it in other countries, but America, even if you are an attorney like Coach Jagadish is, you still have to continue to go to school. You have to constantly, even if you have your law degree, you still have to take, I forgot what they call it, you have to take growth classes. That's not the phrase. Oh, no, I know what it is. You have to take continuing education classes. Even if you're already an attorney, medical doctor, you have, why? Because things are always growing. They're always learning. You have to do that. When the number one predictor, what's the number one predictor that you're going to be successful? Be intentional about your personal growth. You must invest in your personal growth. There's something called the 3% rule, and that's from Brian Tracy. You've heard of him, very famous guru coach. He says, to guarantee your lifelong success, make a decision today to invest 3% of your income back into yourself. That seems to be the magic number of lifelong learning, and the payoff is extraordinary. Why? Because if you don't think that you're worthy enough to be invested in, to invest, no one else will also. Next is one of my favorites, is to what? Is to look up. Now, what do we mean by looking up? Imagination should be used not to escape reality, but to create it. A lot of people, okay, I'm just going to get out of my mind. I just want to escape. No, use your imagination not to escape reality, but to create it. You will never leave where you are until you see where you would rather be. Where? In your imagination. Everything gets its start where? In your imagination. Walt Disney never would have created anything without using his correct imagination. The CEO of sharEverian Global Foundation never would have done anything without using his imagination. You must use your imagination. Next, visualize. My friends, visualize the person that you desire to become. Set aside each day, each time to be alone and undisturbed. See yourself in this new environment, capable and confident. Never stop dreaming. Never stop using your imagination. And whatever you do, my friends, never get comfortable for where you are. And Maxwell always says, be all that you can be. Here's another one. Brian Tracy says, go back from the future thinking. He recommends that you project your life 5 years into the future. Imagine that it's perfect in every way. What does it look like? What is the year? How old are you? If you're married, how long have you been married? If you have children, add 5 years to their current situation. What is your ideal life in respect 5 years from today? Here's another Maxwell. He says, the value of a vision is that it encourages you to give up at any moment all that you are in order to receive all that you can become. In other words, once you have a glimpse of what God can make of you, you'll never be satisfied of where you are. You're going to imagine yourself 5 years from now. You're going to, 2, write it down. 3, make a vision board. You have to create dream vision boards. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. There's 7 indicators that successful people use to validate your dream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege to explain to you the advantage of being alone. I'll turn it back over to our host.
Indeed, a pleasure to hear you. I think this 5 nuggets what you shared are more valuables. And now I request our coach Shrirupa Madam to give her review.
Coach Andrea, the way she explained, master your life in public, master your life in private. True, indeed. Insightful informations. How she have chalked it out in 10 points, whereas she have mentioned about clean up, listen up, wake up, grow up, and time up yourself. How to be organized, how to have a vision board. Really, a round of applause for you, ma'am. My short review for today's session. Being connected with people is important for your happiness and well-being. And it's also helpful to balance social life with taking time for yourself. Learning to be alone can give you space to think about your feelings, ideas, hopes, problems, and experiences. It's also a great opportunity to get to know yourself better and spend time resting and relaxing. One of the greatest benefits, which I believe, of spending time alone is that it can help you to develop a better understanding of who you are. The better you know yourself, the more likely you are to do things that you love, learn things that you are more interested, and spend time with people who will make you feel good. Knowing yourself also builds your confidence, which you need that can help you to navigate in all the situations, to get to know yourself better, spend time reflecting, and what Andrea ma'am have mentioned, journaling. You might try one of these journal promotes for self-discovery. You could also try a creative outlet such as making music, drawing, painting, putting together a vision board. That's all from my end, and over to you, Coach Jagdish.
Crystal clear, concise, and precise review. Thank you very much.